enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Mahomes now on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Next score, Jaguars 7, Bengals nothing. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
43.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. They go play action. Mariota.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he gets it down to the 32. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Mariota. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second down and goal. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marcus Mariota, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Bengals 3. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, Your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Raheem Mostert.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at